So today we're going to discuss getting your EIN. It is actually completely free. Now, it is something that sometimes businesses try to charge for. Um, you're paying for them to kind of handle the paperwork on your behalf, but it's something that is completely free. And I'm going to just walk you through it so you can see about doing it yourself. Now, the purpose of the EIN is like a social security number for your business. Okay. The same way you have a social security number, the EIN is for your business. Now, if you have a DBA or maybe you have an assumed name, something like that, then the EIN is not necessary. Usually, you just use your social security number. But if you have an LLC, or definitely if you're incorporated, you're going to want to have an EIN, and it's good business practice to keep your businesses separate and your business transactions separate from like your personal transactions. This is also the purpose of the EIN. The EIN will also help you to get like a bank account in its name. And if you have, sometimes certain entities require that you have an EIN. So if you're trying to get business credit, an EIN is also necessary. So again, we'll just show it. I'm gonna walk you through this real quick. As you see, we're on the irs.gov website right there. And if you see on the very front page, it says apply for your EIN. Also, real quick, that you have to make sure that you're doing this between 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. Historically, it used to be you can do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, um, but actually now it's a restricted time. Really, what happened is a lot of entities were getting EIN numbers on behalf of the people, and it happened so often and so much that sometimes the sites would down or would overload and so forth. And I myself remember trying to get an EIN, and just couldn't do it sometimes, even if you refresh the screen. So now they've kind of changed some stuff where you have to kind of do it during the day, from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. So here we go. Uh, Click on apply for EIN. Then you're just going to scroll down. There's some particular things they're asking you. Do you need an EIN? Do you need a new EIN? How to apply for one, and so forth. The other thing I want to point out is the form that the EIN comes from. When you hit submit, it's going to be the SS4. Now, obviously, it's something you could print out and keep for yourself. But now, with everything kind of going on, usually everything is kind of just done online. So you click on that, then you scroll down and you click on apply for your EIN online. Okay, and here it talks about Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Determine your eligibility, understand the online application, and this is kind of what I'm showing you. So you're going to apply for online now, right? And then here it just says begin your application. So you're going to click begin application, and here we're just going to choose LLC, a limited liability company, and we're going to hit continue, right? It's asking you particular things about your LLC. To make sure that you actually qualify. Keep in mind that an LLC is completely different from something that's incorporated, um, and you do not file articles of incorporation either for an LLC. It's just something the IRS is kind of pointing out, which is actually obviously good information. So you hit continue, and then for most people, a lot of people, maybe you have a one-member LLC, which is just you, and then you can just choose a state that you're in. Doesn't matter what state you're in, as long as you're part of the United States, then you can get an EIN for your company. So hit continue, right? You're basically considered a single member LLC, and you file your paperwork. It's a 1040. And I'm not a tax person or a CPA, it's just kind of pointing out some of the things that it's pointed out to you when you go through this form. Then you hit continue, right? In this case, you're going to hit starting a new business, right? You're going to hit continue, and then you're going to type your name here. You're going to put in your social security number. Obviously, I'm just showing you for an example. It's got to be a real social security number. And click that I am one of the owners or the members of the managing member LLC. Here, again, it has if you're a third party applying for an EIN. So if you're a certain company that's doing this on behalf of somebody else, then that's why you would set that option there. So next, we have to hit continue. And now on the next screen where you have to add your address. So your street address. Keep in mind you're not allowed to enter a PO box. You're gonna put your state, the zip code, and the phone number. Asking here, do you have an address that's different from the above that you want your mail sent to? And if that's yes, then you hit yes. Because some people have a storefront, and then maybe you have a place where you receive your mail in an office location somewhere. So it just depends. And then you just hit continue. And here it's going to ask you to kind of correct the address. Do you want to accept the address as entered? And you can just say yes and move forward. And then here's just where you put the legal name of the LLC. So we talked about how to get your LLC previously. So whatever the name of your company is, it should match the articles of the organization. And that's why it's important. So we talked before about sometimes you can choose between limited liability company or LLC or L.L.C. Here's where you have to be very, very specific. So whatever you chose for your company name, this is where you have to spell it the exact same way here. Um, Now, if you have a doing business as, because sometimes LLCs are owners of DBAs or assumed names, then that's the information you would put there. Here you're going to put where the county your LLC is located. You're going to put the state, um, and then you're going to put the state where your articles of organization were filed. And that's because some entities, you can actually have a business location in one state, and then maybe you file for your I'm sorry, you have a business location, yeah, physically in one state, but then your paperwork was actually filed in Delaware, which is a popular location. Again, I'm not a CPA, so I'm not going to get into the particulars, but there's usually some tax benefits. That's usually what it is. But I'll definitely encourage you to investigate that if that's something that's important to you. I'll definitely talk to your CPA or accountant about that as well. And then, so this is where you would put that information there. So you can have a separate location where you filed your paperwork from where your business is physically located, right? And then you're going to put where your business, when your business actually started, just the month and the day. And again, I'm not going to hit continue on this, but basically, hit continue. You're going to get to the screen, and you're going to be good to go. It's going to generate your EIN. They'll ask you anything, you just hit submit. The most important part is wanting to walk you through this part to see how easy it is. Uh, so I want to share one more thing with you, the SS4 form. So you can actually click on here like this, a little pop-up window comes up. There you go. This is the actual form itself. So when you hit submit in that walkthrough, like I showed you earlier, um, a black and white version of this form is going to print out, and you're going to have your EIN number right there. And then that's you. That is your social security number to your business. And here you'll have the legal name, the trade name we talked about, um, an executor, administrator, trustee, if that's necessary, um, your business address, a name of the responsible party, your regular social security number, or like we talked about, if an LLC is going to own another entity or an INC, incorporated company, is going to own another company, this is where that EIN would go. Okay. Um, and this is basically the short and sweet of it. This is the paper version. You can actually print this out. You used to be able to mail it in, but right now, with everything going on, most things are just done online. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And good luck to you. The main thing I just want to recap is you can get your own EIN for free. And then make the steps really simple and easy to get it for yourself. Okay, bye bye.